Kevin, will you fit in a single cage? Yeah, we got Frank's got. Okay. Gonna turn off. Copy, yeah, I got him.
Just a heads up, Sheriff, Under Sheriff Mark just went by.
And the chief is not getting any callback to the caller.
We make contact, thank you.
1400.
Did number 2 lane, not for cover. Setting up for a right turn.
Hello,
on the cab.
backseaters.
I'm gonna have somebody else pick it up.
Welcome. It's Wednesday afternoon, and not normally when I would be going live, but
I'll find a way to turn around.
we wanted to put in another
Go westbound 37.
program alive here this week, and I think tomorrow Pat Scott, barring any complications, will be live as well. So it's been really busy here, and just wanted to get out and get around.
Just out at 45 West 10th Street. Investigate.
For those of you who haven't seen it before, I'm Under Sheriff Mike Martin, and I work for the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. The duly elected sheriff is Bob Fletcher, and 5 years ago, he decided to start live streaming patrols in the aftermath of the George Floyd incident and civil unrest, because he wanted to educate people as to what we do, how we make decisions, show people that we are just normal people, and that we laugh and tease each other and have fun and go through struggles just like everyone else. And over time, his live streaming of his patrols led to starting to patrol with his partner Pat Scott, who he had worked with at the St. Paul Police Department, and who had come over. And then I joined, and as well as others, and every Friday night, generally around 9/11, Sheriff Fletcher and Pat will go out and during the week. Some of the rest, I'm currently behind the state capitol, and just left the law enforcement center, our headquarters. And it has been very busy the last few days, although it rained hard this morning, so that put a little bit of a damper on things this morning. And now people are coming back out. Sorry, I have two phones going off. I'm trying to monitor channels and make sure here that if something starts that's should be private, that I
This black one here?
So Nicole, Sparks from our CAT team is following a
Black male
stolen
driver, 35, no shirt, short throw.
vehicle right now. And I'm trying to see which way the car goes. She's over on the east side to determine how I can get over there.
Having a bullet truck behind it.
Copy.
Let's hold up on that till,
Yeah, sir, you can pull West 194. It's a black Dodge Dart.
just for info, they hit over at Mountain 6 the other day. That's the way it's headed.
We're in a steel red to go south on White Dirt.
So we're gonna head over that way.
I'm out of it now. Yeah, but we're gonna be going the wrong direction for that. Looks like we're slowing down. Gonna be going south on the White Bear past the 94 exit.
So Nicole Sparks is coordinating with our squads to see if people can get in position
Signaling to go west on Suburban into the Target parking lot.
to intercept the vehicle. Sounds like it went into the Target parking lot, so we'll see.
Alright, we just got the approval from the ASAC. We are good to do a T-stop if it comes to that.
It's pulling into the Target parking lot. I'm back on 94, headed your way. Copy. Looks like you might be parking in the farthest north parking lot of the roads over here.
So we're
Yeah, you stopped at
gonna
a parking spot north side. I'll send a picture of it.
see if we can get over that way. We're a long ways away and
There's a sticker caller and 2 sticker calls.
want to do it safely.
I'll try to clarify with the DC. Vehicle lights are off, but I haven't seen them come out yet. Like I said, 35, 40-ish year old black male, no t-shirt, short black afro. Yeah, I saw him getting off another vehicle that was back behind. So I'm gonna pull into MGM here quick and put up that sign.
So I have to try to get over here, cross a few lanes of traffic, and try to do it without getting in an accident. Meanwhile, my phones are going crazy, which, hey, I like it.
In the trunk, we've got blue pants on. He's in a spot that we could grab once we get enough cars.
Copy, I'm just crossing the bridge, trying to get to that parking lot right now. I'm getting on the 94 for Mounds.
Till the 7 miles from the White Bear.
So you can hear our squads are all calling out how they're, where they are, they're coming in to the area.
Alright, so I'm near Target's parking lot, whenever you're ready. We'll wait.
Stay back by MGM. Show me. We will not be able to do a rear block right now. Just that by still in the truck.
Captain Jill and I are getting off 94.
So the CAT team and a couple gun people are keeping an eye on the stolen car.
We said you can call for step right. can do an area check on that.
So we're headed that way.
Hop over here, so.
Still digging around in the trunk. No, he is going to the passenger side. He's got something about the trunk.
And then also roll
Back to the trunk, the bag. Saying, are you able to take the front? They're on the passenger side. Thomas in the rear, and then also the back. You ready to go?
So Nicole's coordinating how our cars are going to come in and what their responsibilities will be. That way they can do a safe intervention. Hopefully.
Think an idea that'd be good. I think a little bit more, and I might go in there and just shop for a second, maybe just open up. Yeah, I got cars going.
They're out. Target on Suburban. Minnesota. Henry, Edward, 363. We're both four. Got one in custody.
Oh, so they moved in on them and got them in custody.
Target on Suburban.
We will be. We're not too far off from that, so.
Field on the welfare check and add a license plate for the Impala. Hotel Juliet Whiskey 161.
Copy.
So I was headed that way. I didn't want to turn on my lights and siren because that'll, even though I was a ways away, I might tip them off. Plus, a lot of times it'll make traffic worse. So. We will be pulling in here soon.
9275. Unit 126, assisting that is 87-year-old female. Oxygen breathing.
And you should be able to see they got the suspect in custody.
Target's checking out.
Looks like one of the children just entered the driveway.
Copy.
Nan 64, I'll be transporting an adult male to the LEC, starting mileage 48.
Copy the LEC. 1419.
Okay.
159.
You can make me primary on this, please. Change it to a DOC market. Advised.
and I'll take investigate same address, please.
On the way.
Checking your status.
Code 4, thank you.
Code 1420.
61.
4461.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and purchase one.
Traveling north to 36.
Back. 478 Herschel Street for a vehicle occupied times 1. Parked at the south side, no park zone, and another vehicle in a no parking zone.
147 or out.
14. Carpenter, Walgreens. Now, who was putting items in his bag as it's loud question about Carpenter, unfortunately.
Hey, Sarah, which car are we? Sorry about that. Which car you did say you was digging into in the back of the Motel 6? There's a few here.
You said it had a broken front windshield.
Okay. I'm parked over by Chick-fil-A because I don't think that...
Broken front window on the horseback lot. One.
Copy. I got another one, too, that has a busted out front driver's side window.
Is it a red SUV?
Yeah, red Mazda CX-9. I'll have the plate to the call.
Alright, I have an eye on the target. I can't tell if anybody got out of the car, so if somebody wants to cruise it once they get here.
I'll cruise it. I'm right by Cole's coming out.
Copy. Marines, are you there?
Yep.
Do you want to go into call just see if you meet up with anybody inside the store?
Yep.
Copy. Looking for a black male, white hat, white shirt.
Specifically, it's got flower, like a white flower pattern. I can run into if we want. I mean, I know what he looks like.
Yeah, but you were just in the store with him, so I'd be careful.
Yeah,
Thanks.
He was at the checkout on his way in the back, so I'll bother.
All right. Sorry about the delay for you there, but hold on just a second.
Keep up the good work, Mike.
Thanks. Oh, yeah.
Here.
These guys are great here.
I'm Noah's grandpa.
Oh, all right. Nice to meet you.
Is this car still low or if you went in yet?
All right. So the car was stolen. It's been involved in some theft from autos in St. Paul. And the Nicole spotted the car and called in the rest of the cat and gun people that were working, and they surrounded the car and blocked it in and took the suspect into custody. There's a lot of property in the car that appears to maybe be stolen property, as well as meth and fentanyl pills. So
812.
Nicole tried to hand me the bag of fentanyl pills, but I didn't have gloves on. I said, no, why don't you go over there and show them? But anyway, another awesome arrest, and just highlights the tremendous work. You know, partly we get information from our partners, Minneapolis PD, St. Paul PD, and others, about the cars that have been stolen or that are actively involved in crimes, and then that allows the our folks to look for those cars and kind of track where they've been involved in crimes. And Nicole knew that the area where she saw this car was an area where
white shirt on with,
people often will be, so she went there and saw the car and called it out. So we're on the east side of St. Paul. We're over off of Suburban and White Bear, and another great apprehension and a vehicle recovered with no chase. And the
Captain Frankenbush.
Swing by,
we will be
The guy
going
saw a white shirt with
back
stars on
into
it.
service
Got into
here.
that black Jeep that's driving out of the lot right now.
So you probably are hearing some stuff on another channel that is not in Minneapolis, so I apologize. I didn't realize I was still scanning over there, so I am going to take that one off the list. So anyway, it's you know, a nice backseater pulled up, and because he was watching us and was over in the area and said great work. But you know what, you know, I get to supervise incredible officers, deputies, and you know, they do the work. I'm fortunate enough to get to work with them, and that every once in a while they let me come out and participate. So, but you saw how Nicole called in the other cat folks, and well, she's in the gun unit, but they always work together. She called in cat and guns. They all came in. She directed them, you know, who had the front of the car, who had the driver's side door, who had the passengers, who had the back, and so that they could easily intervene, surround the vehicle, not give them an opportunity to escape, and we didn't have to end up in a dangerous chase. So our goal is always to not have to chase them. If we have to, we will, as long as we can do it safely. But if we can do what we call a vehicle intervention technique and stop them before, we will. So we are northbound on White Bear Avenue. Oof, that was a tight fit with that semi there. Today I saw a guy driving a dump truck down. He was on 694 going eastbound and then went south on 35E. You'd have thought he was in a Porsche or something, the way he was driving. He was driving too fast and swerved over to and made a lane change without signaling. That was dangerous, but then he got off and went the opposite when I had to make a decision, so I didn't get a chance to pull him over. But I'll tell you, those trucks can be really dangerous if they're not operated in a safe manner. Officer once, we were on patrol and a semi completely ran a red light and smashed into the front of our squad car. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Our car was damaged, but we weren't exactly sure what to do because we knew the guy was operating in an unsafe manner. So we called the state patrol, and they sent a commercial vehicle inspector over. And I think when he was done, he wrote 12 citations that added up to thousands of dollars for faulty brakes and other issues that the guy had. He did not have his log. I wouldn't want to see him if I was a truck driver. Westbound on Maryland Avenue, right by Santa's Market, but I think there's a new business in there because they seem to be advertising more food, and it says it's now open, but it looks like it's boarded up. I don't know. But when I first started at the sheriff's office, after I came over here, that corner was horrible with problems with drug dealing and shooting and gang activity. And over the years, St. Paul's done a really good job of cleaning that area up. I'm sure working with the property owners and really getting reducing the issues there. It's located in a busy area where you're going to get a lot of pedestrians. So you're always going to have a little bit of a few incidents because just of the area, but it's nothing compared to what it used to be. So my hats off to the St. Paul officers. I'm gonna pull in here by the Cup Foods. I think I know last week on Friday when we worked, we talked about the incident that occurred here earlier in the day where a gentleman was involved in assaulting a couple relatives, and then when the police arrived, he ran over here. They ended up in a standoff with him, and unfortunately he shot himself. Horrible situation, and unfortunately, put a lot of citizens at risk. But the poor officers who were negotiating with him, trying to get him to put the gun down and
We're getting multiple calls that their customers physically fighting inside
get some help, had to witness him taking his own life, and that's a horrible thing, even for an officer who's used to seeing violence and death. I gotta stop here for a second. I gotta check something out.
4326. We got
Check out
3
the
cars now. We're doing more.
calls that are going on and the pendings.
No thanks. We'll see what we got.
4-1, you can clear me a report. I'll start.
I'm gonna mute you for just a second. Alright, sorry about that. I had to send a text message, and it's easier to verbalize it than text it.
4444.
4444.
And then in checking the calls, there's a fight at the Golden Corral. What do you think they're fighting over at the Golden Corral?
Copy.
Sounds like a
4444 to other squads. If you could stop the gentleman with the dreads still standing in the parking lot. I'll be stopping Minnesota 040-51570.
Copy. Is that going to be the Nissan?
Hey, it's going to be a Chevy Equinox.
Copy. One of the callers said parties were getting into Nissan today.
I can't. It doesn't say what they were fighting over, but I mean, you're at the Golden Corral. You should be able to. There should be enough food for everyone.
Copy.
You should be in
One
a
of the callers said it's going to be
food-related coma from eating all that stuff. So I don't know how you could be unhappy at the Golden Corral. Of course, I haven't been to the Golden Corral since, like, maybe when I was a little kid. I know I've been to one, but I don't know, maybe someone took the last piece of something. when
Is there a
my
downtown car that can start for an assault 400 Roberts? We have secondhand info that a male's running down the street hitting people with his hands.
when my
Black
two
male,
oldest
blue
boys
shirt,
were young, we used to go to Old Country
Yeah,
Buffet
no,
for
we got
two
it.
reasons. They
Copy.
liked to eat a lot,
Keep
and my mom worked for
left
Radisson.
westbound 6th Street towards Roberts.
The Radisson or Carlson companies that own the Radissons and Old Country Buffet, and she would get gift certificates for it. So that helped with the food bill. But I never saw a fight there. I do remember once debriefing a leader of the Vice Lords gang, and he told me that when they initiate a new member, so they would do, they would beat the person in, so they'd beat them up. 5 members of the Vice Lords would beat the person up for a specified amount of time, like a minute or minute and a half, and then they'd pick the person up and they'd all hug, and then they'd go to the Old Country Buffet to celebrate. So there you go. At that time, it was an Old Country Buffet in Richfield. I don't know if it's still, that one's still there. I want to say it was on like 66 and maybe Nicollet or Portland, that area.
Number 534-200. If you put me on that assault, I'll be out with one of
So
the
if you
victims.
see a group of
Robert,
guys that come in that look like they just got in a fight,
What's going on?
Suspect last seen westbound 10.
they might have just been involved in an initiation.
Okay, 1210 CCTV.
Hopefully
check
they
down
don't
the
do that
front of the
anymore.
Picture, if they have it.
Checking the ear for CCTV.
New message.
Can we get that description one more time?
We have a black male, unknown age, blue shirt, gray shorts, short hair, seen westbound.
So somebody asked me about the purpose of Live on Patrol. Like, why do we do it? Somebody who really wasn't familiar. And I told him, it should be like an educational program
Need additional resources, let us know, and
where
we'll
you learn about what we do, how we do it, how we make decisions, and learn about us, learn about the officers. I tried to get Steve Lyden me today, but he's couldn't come with me. But if he was here, we would be teasing each other, making fun of each other, and
approximately 5'9".
which is the key to our survival in law enforcement,
Late
is
20s, early 30s, light blue shirt, gray
a sense of humor, making fun of ourselves and other people,
Like
and
251.
makes it fun for me. We don't pick on sensitive people because we don't have too many people that are sensitive that are police officers. They wouldn't last very long with the way we get talked to sometimes. But
You're clear.
we're northbound on Whiteham, just kind of slowly going north through the east side of St. Paul, and we will end up
1444.
in Maplewood, but it sounds like the Old Country Buffet thing is maybe resolved, but we'll head that way till we hear them. Make sure that it's okay. Most of you from Minnesota, at least, saw that the U.S. Attorney's Office indicted Vance Bolter on the charges for murdering Melissa and Mark Hortman and shooting the Hoffmans. And as you may know, we were very involved in that case, although there were a ton of agencies. It was tremendous teamwork. And I couldn't have been more proud of the work that our folks did. And just glad that he's going to face the consequences for those violent acts.
They heard 8 shots of black vehicle take off towards downtown, possibly in a Ford. There was a potential drive-by. Their windows were shot out of a unit.
So squads are being dispatched to, it sounds like shots fired where windows were maybe shot out. I'm looking here to...
256.
The theft here is going to be GO8. Why don't you cancel 271, 278 to Winslow?
Look to see if I can find that call.
271, you're there.
So it's over west on Wood Street, real close to downtown, it looks like. And a black vehicle is taken off towards downtown, shot out some windows on a house, it sounds like. Oh, my computer tried to dump on me here, but I think I got it
251
back.
and 245, you're there.
So we're at White Bear Avenue. We're going northbound. We're at Culp Avenue, right by the Chipotle.
They said we just got one detained, but no more help in Minnesota.
One detained, no more help. 420.
Disregard.
Copy.
525, is there? Our suspect have any facial hair?
But you're right, not that I was told.
Copy.
So I should have mentioned, I don't know if I did, that we're in the city of Maplewood now. Maplewood has their own police department, headed by Chief Brian Beardeman, who rose up through the ranks within the department, and they team up with us on our violent crime enforcement team. They have an officer assigned there who's an investigator. I don't know what their titles are, but or a detective. And then we have folks from Maplewood on our SWAT team as well. Both of those teams are multi-jurisdictional. Our violent crime enforcement team, which does mainly high-level narcotics, but also goes after the most violent individuals in Ramsey County, are the ones who, with their federal partners at the DEA, recovered 960 pounds of methamphetamine
Do we have anybody in the city?
last week, I believe it was, and 90 pounds this week, and they've been on fire and do a tremendous job.
St. Clair Avenue, apartment 1. We have 2 callers on this. First comp says their son hasn't showed up for work in 3 days. He's requesting a welfare check. It's not like him. It's a 25-year-old male.
So we're just cruising up here. Kind of want to drive by the Golden Corral there and see if that's all resolved, and we'll check a couple other locations.
158, St. Clair. Yes. 14.
I don't know, I can't, by the way, read all the comments that come in. I can't do that while I'm driving, and they come in way too fast. So, but if anyone's asking, I'm driving a Chevy Silverado that's equipped with all the bells and whistles that a police car would have.
They said it was a black vehicle, possibly a Honda Accord.
And,
No mention of a Cooper sedan.
it's a great vehicle for being a little more incognito, but still able to whip the lights on and do police work. I don't know if you can hear the music thumping in the car next to me that pulled up. I looked over expecting to see a young teenager, and it's a guy that's about 55 or 60 who's rocking out in his car, but to rap music. So I guess he's gonna keep rocking.
And just for info on that shots fired in relation to it, Roosevelt Fields vehicle is not at 690 York. That's Sam, Frank, Mary, 859, if anyone sees it rolling around.
So the gun unit folks, Ashley in particular, putting out some info on a potential suspect from the shots fired. Do you think that the food fight at the Golden Corral, I wonder, do you think it was a...
That's okay.
Did they have like a food fight? Like you see in movies where they're throwing food at each other in the cafeteria? I don't know. There's an ambulance here.
Kellogg and Cedar with Delta Bravo Golf 327.
Looks like Maplewood's got everything under control here, so that's good. Got some cars stopped and some people detained, and Golden Corral still open for business. So
257.
257.
Is there a canine available? I'd be able to help with the article search for these casings in the grass.
618.
618, moving around.
1454.
618, you can cover the call address.
we are right now just about to go in the driveway that goes into the Maplewood Mall. And it's another busy area.
293.
the mall. You couldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be running a mall these days because it'd be hard to get tenants and to get people to shop at your place rather than shopping online, or so people can go online and compare prices and whatnot. So it makes it a lot harder. I'm gonna swing through here through the Myth nightclub. They have a big show here tonight. It's a private secret country show, and looks like they're loading in the back here. It's one of the local radio stations does this show, and
809.
809.
Hey, I'm live, so don't say anything secret. Yeah.
What's up, YouTube?
So I'm live streaming. We got people out here from the Myth and from iHeartRadio and K102 out here, and my boy Kirby. I told him not to say anything because I'm live right now.
Where's the camera at the front?
Right here.
Let me say hi.
Yeah, come around the front. So, all right, I'll see you tonight.
Where's that car occupied?
So we're just cruising through here and checking it out. This K102 radio station has what they call secret shows, where they give away tickets, and then people can win the tickets, but they don't know who the artists are going to be, and it's they get some great artists to come in, and one of those is tonight. So whoever's playing, it's a secret.
What's their location?
So I didn't want him to say anything out loud. But generally, the staff don't even know who's playing. So
Can you put us in route to that?
it's one of the places where I've worked off duty for quite a while, gotten to see some great artists, and some genres of music that aren't necessarily my choice, but I'm excited to see who's playing tonight. The last secret show here, it was Old Dominion, and if you're a country fan, they're huge. And they came, and it was a really cool show. I know they've had in the past. Oh, geez. You know what? I have a mind block on who they've had in the past for the secret shows. They had Zach Bryan, I think, and another Zach Wilson, maybe. You name it. So if you get an opportunity, listen to K102 today, and you might be able to win the show tonight. So, but at the Myth, I've seen everything from Tech 9 and Ludacris to Tibetan. I think it was a Tibetan chanting was really popular. A lot of underground rock shows. So yeah, it's a fun thing. Hi to the backseater, True Blue.
293.
293.
Hold up. I like your car.
I go for here with my help. These ladies said they were here to meet someone in building number 70, I believe, Unit Delta. That party might be coming out to try and walk over to me with them now. As far as I can tell, they're not involved. Also has more information. And the vehicle I'm out with is a
So I
silver.
think I'm gonna go over here and go up Highway 61.
822, checking your status.
Look for it, thank you.
Okay.
Bravo 349.
It's funny, people are guessing who it is, and I have no idea. Trust me, I'm a detective slash investigator, and I can't find out who it is, so.
Is there, clear?
Affirm.
Where do those officers need me to meet them?
At the address, 70 Wood.
Copy that. I'll be good luck.
Yep.
We're northbound on Highway 61 here in Maplewood, and we're gonna go back on 694 and then hopefully make it back south down 35E into the city. We've kind of strayed a little bit here to go check out the Golden Corral, but I figured while I was there I would check on the myth.
62 Charlie may have also been struck.
A lot of people think that I talked to, they're like, I thought the myth closed. And there was some, there was an article in the paper that made it sound like the myth was going to get closed or been bought out, but no, they're just as active as ever. Look at this guy. He's you probably can't see him yet, but he just decided he's gonna pull in the half a space between me and the car in front of me.
Squad 298.
And
298.
he made it, but
Yeah, be on the board.
I want to make sure he's got his head on straight here. So
at 4th in Minnesota.
good thing is there's a good spot to pull him over up here. Maybe he's not gonna pull over. Not sure he does. Not sure he does have his head on straight, but we'll see here.
Just want to make a note that it's negative for 62 Charlie movement.
Copy negative on 62 would be instructed at the airport.
Negative at this time.
Get ready to start him. I talked to Mom. She's on her way from work. She would like to report that.
want to be on the same call as 298, the PPV, or do you need an investigate?
No, same scene's fine.
Yeah. 10-6-20, paramedic cleared in. 10-4, cleared in.
So, this gentleman's a new driver. Probably shouldn't be out driving. No, but he's and he didn't speak English very well. So. His passengers spoke better English, although still not good. But she was able to explain to him just to be careful. I explained to him that I was trying to explain to him that where he cut in front of me there, that the lane he was already in also goes around. It's 2 left turn lanes there, but he didn't understand a word I said, I don't think so. Anyway. Hopefully he'll get better as he gets more experience driving. How's that for my compliment? We do have, by the way, great tools, really, if we do need to converse with someone who's a victim or even a driver on a stop. We do have a translation app on our phones, on our work phones, that allows us to translate in real time with people, and I've used it to talk to people before. It's got, I don't know how many languages on it, but pretty much most of the ones that we would interact with. But even better than that is we have deputies that speak Spanish and Somali and Farsi and Hmong and Karenni and all of. We have deputies that reflect the community, but you can't possibly have them all. So the app does help at times. We also have the ability to call our language line where one of their native speaking people can translate for us if it's something that for some reason I haven't run into that yet, but that's recent.
You're at Henry King Adams 284.
talking to my wife, the patterns of traffic at rush hour time had changed because people were, I think, leaving. So, I had noticed that 3 or 4 in the afternoon was busier than 5 or 6, which used to be the busier rush hour times. And I wonder if a lot of the companies now and the government telling people they can't work from home anymore, if that'll change the patterns again. We'll have to see. The best traffic was when non-essential workers stayed home during COVID. It was kind of depressing to drive on highways with no other cars, but it sure made traffic a lot easier.
Going case number, please.
Your case number is going to be 127332. You're welcome at 15.
So we're southbound on 35E. I'm going to probably get off at, I think, University. And see what's going on down there. Maryland tends to be pretty busy this time of day, and I'll get off on Maryland. Why not?
Just have state trouble, please.
Once we go around the corner here, I'm gonna pull over for a second and reorient myself to the calls for service that are going on in the area and change my radio channels. For a second, and you can
341, we copy the update. We're 23. We're talking to them.
Copy that. 1513.
One 159, copies juvenile, Fulton, Nebraska. For a completely new teenager running around the neighborhood for the last 5 minutes. 17-year-old white male kept in the back, like someone was chasing, but no one was seen chasing. Last seen eastbound on Nebraska. 1514.
137 North Place, 59.
159, you can take there.
Thank you.
1514.
All right. I think I'm back on the same page here as everybody else. Sometimes you just got to pull over because it's just not safe to be looking at the computer while driving.
Five to
521.
Send me a 911 on Cedar and 23. I'll let you know.
We're westbound on Maryland Avenue at Jackson right now, right by the Foundry. And we're going to be headed over to Rice. See what's going on over here on the north end.
809. 809. You can put us out at 7th in Minnesota. Investigate. Copy.
205.
205.
Whoever's taking camera photos, we need down in front of 44 Delta that we found another casing.
Copy. 2260 on me. Copy. 3503.
Ooh.
4503.
280 McKnight Road South on Holiday. Just fire with an alarm sounded due to power outage.
4503, copy.
People ask me sometimes, what are you looking for? What do you, when you're out driving around, what are you looking for? Are you just looking for traffic? What do you? And I watch cars. You look for, serious violations. If you're really bored, maybe less serious. I look for things that would jeopardize public safety, like when it's really dark out and someone doesn't have their headlights on. I'll pull them over just to tell them to turn their headlights on. But most, other than for traffic and stuff, you're looking for things that are out of the ordinary. Things that just don't seem right. A car backed up to a closed business. A person who's standing around in an area that just
is going to be collected in front of
doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense if someone's standing at a bus stop. It makes sense if maybe they're leaning on the fence in their front yard. But when you see someone who's kind of lurking in the shadow, they don't appear to be going anywhere or doing anything, that's out of the ordinary. And that's the kind of stuff that we look for and that we check on. Maybe a car that's parked somewhere illegally, and you name it. There's, over time, you just develop kind of a sixth sense for what doesn't look right. I mean, groups of people that are looking around and they're not paying attention to whatever they're doing, and they're just hanging out in an area, and something like that's gonna make me wanna watch them a little more and see if they're up to something, and maybe they're not, which is why we watch them a little bit more. And
510.
One night when I was working in Minneapolis as an officer, we were patrolling around at about 3 in the morning, and we see a guy walking down an alley carrying a big old TV, back when the TVs were fat and heavy, and he's carrying it up on his shoulder, and he's walking and looking back, trying to look back like to see if anyone's following him. Now that's suspicious, so we pulled up right behind him and got out and said, "Put the TV down, what are you doing?" And the guy turned around and threw the TV on the top of our squad. On the hood of the squad, put a big dent in it, and he had just gotten done committing a burglary.
Happy to respond to the Kirkland Mustang Green and 17 Centerville Road, Burlington, Caller State, line disconnected.
2264.
So anyway, that him throwing that TV on top of our hood made me realize you need to give a little more clear instructions to people.
205.
Don't just say put the TV down. How about
We're going to be checking
set it
44
down
Delta
nice?
here. Found a pile of casings out front, so just give us here.
10-2 for cars at 1521.
Back door, 44 Delta's open. Possibly forced back door.
Copy.
Can we have squad go to the other door of 44 Delta here? They're going 241. There's a couple of us on the south side here.
So we're going back eastbound on University behind the Minnesota State Capitol.
Copy.
And Congress is not in session right now, but there are probably meetings going on. I know there's some committees that are meeting about different things, and hopefully
run back and get a 40. So these two officers in the rear.
They can get their
205, I have a 40 as well.
Stuff
Coming
done.
up with a shield.
The legislature has a lot of work to do every session and not enough time to do it usually. So I really appreciate everyone riding with me today. And I have to have some stuff I gotta get done here, so I'm headed back to the law enforcement center.
Negative on our end.
And but I really appreciate everyone taking time out of their day to ride around and listen to me run my jib.
We need somebody else with a shield. They should have 40. 250, I have a shield in my squad.
I will probably see you on Friday.
1771.
And again, thank you so much.
205, no Joe, and the 40.